bang on. Wish I had that much ability when I was her age. Olivia. Kia ora and welcome. My name is ZoeStibi and I am your vocal coach for today. So check out the link in the description below if you would like some singing lessons. Let's just get straight to Olivia Rodrigo, Traitor. The song's fucking hard to sing. Let's see what she's up to with that vocal technique. It's hard. This song's high. Everything she sings is high.
Little white lies, yeah, played dumb, but I always knew. But you talked to her, maybe did even worse. I kept quiet so I could keep you. And ain't it funny how you ran to her the second that we called it quits?
We haven't had a look at Olivia in a very long time, I feel. She's an amazing performer, is she not? And also her lyrics are just like bang on. Wish I had that much ability when I was her age. So we're looking here at this da 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 da. We've got a chest voice quality with quite a lot of air, which just means that the vocal folds are slightly open. We're not pushing for breath. We've got a low volume. You notice she's got this I don't know the words to this song, but she's got her teeth kind of together, and I really think that that is probably causing a little bit of that sound, that Olivia Rodrigo sound. Not poo-pooing her, by the way. It's just what I'm noticing. If you want to really badly create, you know, your Olivia Rodrigo tribute show.
Little white lies, yeah, played dumb, but I always knew.
You can really say, play dumb that I always knew. It's quite hard to sing with your teeth that close together. Not recommended, but I'm not telling Olivia Rodrigo how to suck eggs. She's an amazing singer.
You talked to her, maybe did even worse. I kept quiet so I could keep you.
You can see she's going da 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 da. Yeah, so on the E flat 4, which is the E flat above middle C. I should really just get out my sheet music, shouldn't I? Ba da da da. So we're going over that lovely lower passaggio. Now the passaggio can happen for anyone at any point. There's sort of a usual sweet spot where it happens, but she's utilizing that ba da da da. So we've got quite a hard cut between those two voice qualities.
Even worse, I kept quiet so I could keep you. And ain't it funny how you ran to her the second that we called it quits? And ain't it funny how you said you were friends? Now it sure as hell don't look like it. You betrayed me, and I know that you'll never feel sorry for the way I hurt.
So we're going ba di da 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 da. Let's just go. I can't remember the words to the song.
How you ran to her the second that we called it quits.
Yeah. How you ran her. You also hearing that ha ha ha. Great way for you to access that chest voice sound again if you are kind of mixing and matching and going in and out of breath and in and out of breath really. And we go, ain't it funny? Lovely aspirate offset there. It's a great way to show that kind of like weight of the thought in your singing. Thinking about the way in which you would end a sentence if you were having a conversation like this with someone.
How you said you were friends, now it sure as hell don't look like it. You betrayed me, and I know that you'll never feel sorry for the way I hurt. Yeah, you talked to her when we were together, loved you at your worst. That didn't matter. It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor.
I really like her lyrics. I just really funny Now, this song, for most people, and no, Olivia Rodrigo is not most people. There are videos here on YouTube where she is, you know, like 9 years old, belting her tits off really, really high. So when you hear the song and you're like, I can sing that, and you go and sing it and you're like, yeah, don't be worried if you can't sing the song in the original key, because it takes skills to sing up on that B flat 4, this one here. That's most people's absolute maximum for this. I know that you'll never feel sad. She even goes up to the C5. Sorry, I was getting muddled up with which these are. So anyway, that C5 is really where that kind of the belt wants to stop, really, for a lot of people. So I'd suggest if you're struggling with this song, sing something else.
It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor. Now you bring her around just to shut me down, show her off like she's a new trophy. And I know if you were true, there's no damn way that you could fall in love with somebody that quickly. Ain't it funny? All the twisted games, all the questions you used to avoid. Ain't it funny? Remember I brought her up and you told me I was paranoid. You betrayed.
So you can hear as well now that she's gone into the second, well, she's now at the next chorus, so the pre-chorus. So when she's gone into the second verse, she's taken the volume right down low in order to be able to bring it up again. And it's really important when you're singing songs like this that you, well, that are relatively high. We need to take the effort and all of that tension out of the voice where we can, like the second verse, and then you betray me, and now you're going into that second chorus. You're adding in more, sorry, my legs become a bit itchy. You're adding in more of that cry. You're going to see now that her mouth is opening wider. It's not possible to keep the teeth that closed when you're basically, this is, I would call this a mixed belt.
Remember I brought her up and you told me I was paranoid. You betrayed me. I know that you'll never feel sorry. The way I heard how you talked to her when we were together. Loved you at your worst, but that didn't matter. It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat, you're still a traitor. God, I wish that you had thought this through.
Is she not just a fantastic, you could listen to the song and think like, oh, that's totally possible for me. So the reason why we listen to these songs and we think like, that could be totally possible for me, and that's usually due to the position of the larynx. So the position of the larynx is the bit where the vocal folds live. If it's a little bit lower, the sound sounds darker, although the pitch might be high. So the pitch is the note that she's singing, and although the color of the sound might be a bit darker, which is where we get this idea that we can sing this in this key, then that means that we're going to perceive the sound as being lower. So when we've got this going on and down, so we've got this again, the cry, the tongue is really far forward in the mouth. And actually, if you do want to learn more about the chest voice, because you need to be able to get the chest voice before you even attempt to sing this high, in this sort of like mixed belt register, then I want you to check out my free singing lesson available in the description below. You're going to join me. We're going to be live for my 3-day chest voice challenge in February.
Love with you. And when she's sleeping in the bed we made, don't you dare forget about the way you betrayed me. 'Cause I know that you'll never feel sorry. The way I heard, yeah, you talked to her when we were together. You gave me
Okay, I feel like we've got this like psychedelic rock going in. I feel like she wants to make it harder, but she's tried with the strings and the sort of like slowing it down. Is this slowed down? Let me know in the comments. Not really too sure about the original. So we've got this "Diving out in love with you," and now we're getting into the sort of the last chorus of the song, or the second to last chorus. We're giving this perception that we're putting in more volume into the sound, but actually we're not. She's putting in more effort. You'll betray me, and she's got more of the more of those onsets and offsets coming in there with the perceived effort being raised here. The stakes are being raised. She's got more in the body going on. We've also got the tongue kind of coming a little bit further forward, and she's adding vibrato, and all of that shit is happening all at once. Let's just watch that again, because you're going to see this like kind of ramp up of the energy.
And when she's sleeping in the bed we made, don't you dare forget about the way you betrayed me. 'Cause I know that you'll never feel sorry the way I hurt. Yeah, you talked to her when we were together. You gave me your word, that didn't matter. It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor.
Oh, before we get to the end, I'm so sorry. So we're going, okay, so we're actually, look, I'm not going to say only not poo-pooing it or whatever, but we know Olivia Rodrigo is like the ultimate belter, okay? We do know that about her. She's an amazing singer, and whether you can belt or not doesn't make the singer. It's just as you start working on your voice, belt being kind of the natural, everyone can belt, yeah? It's not that hard. We actually don't have a lot of twang in her sound, which is why we're perceiving it as being a little bit darker as well. I feel like she opened up into more of a yell belt there at the end. We had quite a wide vowel so that we didn't go and squeeze that to make it like sound brighter. Let's just go back on that so you can hear. We've got this lip rounding is going to make the sound darker.
Didn't matter. It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor. God, I wish that you had thought this through before I went and fell in love with you.
And so we had then down in love with you. So we've got this lovely breathy voice quality. Down in love with you. That breath at the end. So I've got to take this. These end screens are always like, I'm like, oh, I could watch all of those videos. Get me a bit distracted. So we've got, again, volume coming, in love with you. She came close to the microphone. And that's what we really need to do, especially when we're going into a breathy voice quality. We don't want to push breath because that's going to send our note a little bit out of tune. Well, it could send our note a little bit out of tune. Olivia, I feel like I just got really into that. I probably could have stopped a couple more times, but let me know down in the comments what your favorite Olivia Rodrigo performance is, because I've had a look at a couple here on the channel. She's an absolutely incredible singer. In terms of the vocals, though, there wasn't a hell of a lot of difference going on. Very similar vocal qualities throughout. You know, that mix between the chest and the falsetto. I don't really feel like Olivia brings in a whole lot of changes to the sound, but I really would love to see that as she, and like, who the fuck am I? I mean, I'm not Olivia Rodrigo's vocal coach, but I would definitely be working on she's definitely a product of her upbringing, right? So lots of competitions, training for a very, very long time. And the one thing that training and all those competitions don't teach you to do is to become an individual and to kind of like go with what your voice is feeling like it wants to do, what your emotions want to do. So I really hope that it comes to her further down the line, that we start to really hear a little bit more of the colors coming out of her voices. And that could also be because that the song kind of stayed at a very similar place within her vocal range. So we had a very similar vocal timbre and quality throughout the song, rather than kind of a lot of her other songs, you know, like Driver's License, she starts low and then she goes the octave higher for the chorus, which automatically makes the song sound a little bit more interesting. But she's amazing anyway. Just to say, I really like to see a little bit more variation in your singing when you are doing that. But if you do want some feedback on your singing, check out the link in the description below, because that's what you will get in the Vocal Academy. You submit your videos to us. We take a look at them and give you feedback on what you can look at, as well as bi-weekly masterclasses and an opportunity for you, and you get live feedback. You get to sing and I give you feedback on your singing, as well as weekly singing lessons. There's just so fucking much within the Vocal Academy, so check it out in the description below. That's for beginner to intermediate singers. But if you're an advanced singer and you're just like, Zoe, I want to learn how to do that and I want to belt my tits off higher in my range, I am the teacher for you. So check out the link in the description below as well for an application to sign up for one-to-one singing lessons with me. I'm taking on literally a handful of students who are super motivated and want in 2025 to like reach for the stars, climb every mountain high. I can only sing that, to reach for the stars, honestly, with their singing, and to just take their vocal technique to another level altogether. And if you really want a committed singer and you really want to like go for it with your singing technique, then check out the link in the description below. I'd love to meet you for a discovery call. There's nothing more to say. Subscribe to the channel. I'd love to see you around here more often. Honestly, I've got a Then and Now coming out very, very soon with artists like Olivia Rodrigo. So let me know down in the comments who you would like to see for a Then and Now analysis of their vocal technique as they are kind of evolving as artists. Like I said, I'd love to see Olivia evolve even more. Check her out up here. And just remember, anyone can learn to sing. You just have to have the tools. That's what I'm here for. I'll see you around here. Oh, and by the way, I've got a free singing lesson available in the description as well. So don't forget to grab that because it's free. Anyway, ka kite anō.